Hi there, this is Infinity, and today I'll show you recent finds that science can't explain and that you haven't seen yet. Lead artifact. In 2015, during excavations in the Negev Desert, archaeologists at the Hebrew University in Jerusalem stumbled upon a very unusual lead artifact. To say the least, it's unusual because it's the oldest of its kind in the Middle East. But I'll tell you more. Scientists believe that the artifact is the oldest of its kind in the entire world. So what is it? Basically, the artifact is a wooden rod about 25 centimeters long with a lead tip weighing 155 grams. Scientists say that the artifact is about 6,000 years old. It confirms the radiocarbon analysis of the wood. This is surprising because wood shouldn't live that long. Much less more surprising is the lead itself. It's rarely found in nature as native metal, so the ancient metallurgists must have learned how to smelt it from ores. Scientists believe that for people who lived at that time, it would have been an almost impossible task. In addition, they note that the tip is made of lead of the highest purity, which also raises questions. The artifact could have appeared later, but not 6,000 years ago. All these facts leave the scientists stumped. Their hopeless situation is further complicated by the fact that they have no idea what this object was crafted for. One version is that it's a ceremonial mace. Another version is that it's a spindle or part of a spindle. But scientists haven't yet come to a concrete conclusion. Zodiac concrete slab. Under this name lies a mysterious stone that was found in Canada in 2013, decorated with zodiac signs and astrological symbols. This slab is still puzzling scientists. 8 years later, they still don't have a unified theory about what it was intended for. The slab was found at a relatively shallow level underground, which scientists believe indicates that it was hidden intentionally. They also say that the images on the slab prove that they were made for a specific purpose and not just for design. According to the generally accepted version, the slab could have been used as an ancient sundial, as indicated by the lines and rings in the middle of the slab. But it's only a version. Scientists still don't know what exactly this find represents. It's possible that the concrete slab was conceived by its creators as something mysterious, over which people of the future would puzzle. And now take a look at this picture. It was sent to me by one of my subscribers, and after that, I had an idea to make this episode. A strange box covered in wire with two skulls protruding from it. What's the point here? I still don't understand what this find represents. What do you think it is? Could it just be some kind of art object? Write in the comments what you think about it. And stay tuned because further there are no less interesting finds of recent years. Unusual Chinese stone, which is 300 million years old, a mysterious cemetery of giants, and the most mysterious sword in history. The Lanzhou stone. Most of the mysterious artifacts are discovered completely by accident. The Lanzhou stone was no exception. It was discovered by a Chinese man named Zhilin Wang in the late 1990s. The stone was found in the area of Mazang Mountain, which is located in north-central China. But what's so interesting and unusual about the find itself? The stone is a very hard and dense black mineral, inside of which there is a threaded metal rod. The stone is small and quite regular in shape. What's surprising is the age of the find, which is 300 million years. It turns out that this stone predates the dinosaurs. You think this is the end of the story? No! The scientists studied the stone and came to the conclusion that it cannot be a natural object. Wait, what? Artificial object in the age of 300 million years ago? Something's wrong, isn't it? Who could have made it then? Scientists can't answer that question. They're helped by theorists, many of whom have no doubt that the Lanzhou stone is the product of some prehistoric civilization of which we know nothing yet. Unusual cemetery. China's an interesting country. Lots of strange artifacts and places which scientists couldn't explain have been found there. Another mystery presented by China is an unusual cemetery that was discovered several years ago. Scientists stumbled upon a burial site which is 5,000 years old. It would have been all right if it hadn't been the burial site of giants. Yes, real giants. However, I'm not talking about 3 or 4 meters tall people. Here we found skeletons of people whose height was about 190 centimeters. Even by today's standard, that's a great height, but by the standards of those times, such people can rightly be called giants. To give you a better understanding, in those days the height of local Chinese people was only about 155 to 165 centimeters. Height of 190 centimeters was generally not typical for people of the period of ancient China, which is interesting in itself, but much more interesting is the fact that these giants lived together with people of normal height. So what was the reason for the abnormal height of a certain bunch of people? Scientists can't give a clear answer to this question. It only suggests that the cause is genetics and the environment. And if genetics is clear, it's not clear why the environment affected only some people in one region. Perhaps if scientists can fully understand the question, we'll learn many new and interesting facts about ancient China. Grabao sword. This find is relatively recent. In the 1980s, a metal object was found in a limestone quarry in the Polish village of Grabao. After cleaning, it was clear that the sword was in very good condition. The find was handed over to scientists, and they've set the date. The Grabao sword was created around 400 BC. By its appearance, you can see that it was created by skilled swordsmith. There is a wonderful ornament, a nice hilt, and other cool details which are totally fine for ancient times. The work is excellent, but for a 400 BC period, it's not the most amazing work. What's surprising, however, is that analysis of the sword, which showed that it contains 85% aluminum. This fact astounded scientists, because aluminum was first obtained by Danish physicist Hans Ørsted in 1825. If the sword's age is correct, then a logical question arises. Where did some ancient swordsmith get aluminum? Could it be that people who lived more than 2,000 years ago knew of the existence of this metal and even knew how to extract it by some unknown means? If so, why was the technology forgotten by the next generation of craftsmen? Scientists can't answer this question. Theorists, however, believe that the Grabao sword is an excellent proof of the existence of unknown civilizations of which we know nothing. According to another hypothesis, the aluminum could have been brought to Earth by an alien space expedition. There are many versions about this find, but none of them has yet been confirmed. The Maine penny.
Why a penny?
I don't know.
There is little confusion about the origin of the Maine penny, also called the Goddard coin. Scientists know what it is, as well as when and where it was found. The big mystery that's causing much controversy is exactly how it got there. The Maine penny is a Viking coin dating back to the 11th century. It was found relatively recently in 1956 by two amateur archaeologists near the site of an old Indian settlement called Naskig Point. Question is, what was it doing there? The presence of a Viking coin in a Native American settlement in Maine suggests that at some point the paths of the two cultures crossed. But so far, the only confirmed Viking site in North America is at the tip of Newfoundland, Canada. So how exactly did the coin end up in Maine? And could this mean that the story as we know is all wrong? The Maine coin mystery has been baffling scientists for decades and is unlikely to be solved anytime soon. Ural Springs. The Narada River, located near the eastern border of the Ural Mountains, has attracted gold diggers for many years. In 1991, another group of diggers managed to discover unique artifacts, miniature tungsten springs and other metal elements of unknown origin and purpose. At first glance, the microscopic trash is of no interest. But when we find out that these tiny objects are more than 200,000 years old, things take a different turn. The size of the metal artifacts is also striking. They do not exceed 3 millimeters in length. The miniature springs and other elements are made of tungsten and molybdenum. Even in modern technological conditions, it's almost impossible to create something similar, and this fact puzzles scientists. Currently, scientists have more than 1,000 of such microscopic elements, and they've all been found at a depth of 3 to 12 meters. It's unclear what exactly these springs are and, most importantly, whether they're of extraterrestrial origin. It's not possible to find out exactly how they ended up at the bottom of the Narada River. But one thing's clear, even now a man is not able to produce parts even remotely resembling those which were found in the Narada River. That's all, guys. Do you know about other interesting and unexplained finds that have been discovered recently? If so, let me know in the comments below.